we haven't fought. Imagine that. They gotta lie. They gotta lie. They gotta lie all the time. They can't even believe their own lie. You can't even believe your own lie.
I want to be the best. So when I see certain guys out there, and I seen Teo his last fight, I was there front row, and I'm like, damn, this dude is like, he like a baby Roy. Like, he like doing things, hands down, flashy.
Too much of it. You know, I think that he believes in himself. That's one thing. But I'm here to destroy his dreams and all that he wants to do and become. You can't take this from me. I worked very hard for it.
Shut me up. Shut me up.
Real quick, Shakur.
I'm right here. Shut me up. Shut me up. Hello.
Today, we're not easing in, we're walking straight into the flames. From the very first moment, this isn't promotion, it's confrontation. Teofimo Lopez isn't just talking, he's daring reputations to stand in front of him. The Baby Roy label sparks debate, but the real tension lives in two words: shut me up. That's raw pride on display. This isn't routine hype. It's ego crashing headfirst into expectation under the brightest lights. When a fighter says he's here to destroy dreams, he's not selling a fight, he's staking a claim on legacy. The tone is sharp, defiant, almost personal. And when pride sets the tempo, the stakes don't just rise, they explode. This is the point where emotion collides with intention. At the press conference, Lopez doesn't soften, he doubles down, using doubt as fuel you can actually see burning. He's not talking like a challenger hoping for a shot, he sounds like a man defending his ground, the sleepless nights. The scars. The lingering feeling of being overlooked. It all builds into something tight and volatile. Pressure does one of two things: it forges greatness or it shatters focus. And this doesn't feel like promotion anymore. It feels like a confession of hunger. Every word lands with urgency. You can hear it, he's chasing validation just as fiercely as victory. And when those two forces mix, the result can be explosive. Now the focus turns to pure strategy. The first 6 rounds become a battleground before the real war even reveals itself. Analysts note that Lopez is at his most dangerous early, explosive, disruptive, unpredictable, while Shakur Stevenson operates with surgical patience, reading and dissecting in real time. If Lopez surges out fast, he shapes the story on his terms. But if the pace settles, Stevenson's timing begins to whisper its control. This isn't just a clash of power, it's a fight for tempo authority. Set the rhythm early, and confidence compounds. Surrender it, and doubt starts to breathe. Those opening rounds may not look dramatic, but they could quietly decide everything. This is where the stamina question comes into sharp focus. Lopez has often looked electric early, but there have been moments where his edge softens after the midway point. Against a technician like Stevenson, even the slightest dip can carry consequences. Stevenson doesn't waste motion. He observes, adapts, and dismantles opponents piece by piece. Fatigue isn't just about heavy legs, it's strategic erosion. One slower step alters defensive angles. One delayed reaction opens the door for a clean counter. If Lopez fades, even marginally, what starts as small openings can turn into steady accumulation. And over 12 rounds, accumulation becomes separation. Separation wins championships. At this point, the spotlight shifts to Stevenson's motivation. He's not chasing highlights, he's chasing respect at the highest level. Stepping in with someone as explosive as Lopez signals ambition, not hesitation. Stevenson's discipline has always been his anchor. Where others get pulled into chaos, he stays composed, controlled, deliberate. He refuses to fight emotionally, and that composure is a weapon all its own. This matchup feels calculated, not convenient. He's aiming for a defining performance, the kind that reshapes how he's viewed across the sport. A victory here wouldn't just add to his resume, it would echo beyond a single division. And that pursuit of legacy sharpens every round of preparation. When Chris Algieri weighs in, the conversation instantly carries more gravity. This isn't casual matchmaking, it feels like a throwback to elite-level collisions. Skill versus skill. Ring IQ versus volatility, there are quiet pound-for-pound implications woven into the breakdown. Algieri frames it as something rare, two high-caliber minds meeting at their peak. That kind of endorsement adds weight and credibility. This won't be reckless trading, it'll be calculated exchanges, where every feint, every adjustment, every shift in distance matters. And when fights are fought with that level of precision, the drama doesn't disappear, it intensifies. Madison Square Garden becomes more than a venue, it turns into a pressure chamber. The lights don't just shine, they expose. Every mistake is magnified, every flash of brilliance amplified beneath those iconic rafters. Lopez has fed off chaos before, drawing energy from roaring crowds and high-stakes moments. But pressure cuts both ways in that building. Stevenson's calm, almost icy demeanor could stand in sharp contrast to the intensity swirling around him. The question isn't just skill, it's absorption. Who handles the spotlight without blinking? MSG rewards composure and punishes hesitation. The history in those walls isn't silent, it lingers. And history there demands a performance worthy of it. Now the technical lens tightens. Lopez has had trouble with movers before, fighters who won't linger in range long enough to be hit clean. Stevenson's footwork is elite, his angles sharp, subtle, and deliberately frustrating. That if Lopez rushes in recklessly, he risks stepping into precise counters. If he pauses too long, he hands over the initiative. That stylistic friction is the heartbeat of this matchup. Patience versus impulse, composure versus explosion, all unfolding under unforgiving lights. Defensive discipline becomes everything here. Tiny positional wins, half steps, pivots, outside foot placement, can steal entire rounds. And once frustration creeps in, even the most dangerous power can start to unravel. The Lomachenko blueprint resurfaces here, and it's impossible to ignore. On that night against Vasiliy Lomachenko, Lopez was disciplined, composed, and strategically precise. He didn't chase moments, he built them. He didn't overextend, he executed. If that version of Lopez shows up again, Stevenson isn't just facing power, he's facing layers. Controlled aggression is infinitely more dangerous than emotional offense. That performance proved Lopez can think his way through elite opposition. The real question is consistency. Can he summon that same maturity under a different kind of pressure? If the answer is yes, this fight transforms into a chess match played at championship speed. As we close, the verdict stays beautifully uncertain. This is a true 50-50 clash at the highest level. Strength versus geometry. Explosiveness versus ring IQ. It may not be the loudest fight on the calendar, but it could be the most intelligent. In a matchup like this, execution outweighs prediction. Discipline outweighs emotion. And sometimes, a single adjustment is all it takes to shape a legacy. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next one.